Good morning, students. Today's topic of electrical power generation economy subject is hydro turbine governing system. And my name is Neeti Budaya. I'm assistant professor in EX department, SIRT. The subject is briefly known as EPGE and its subject code is EX503. So today we'll discuss the hydro turbine governing system, which is the integral part of hydroelectric power plant, which is very, very important. Let's move further and discuss what is governing system. So the governing system is there to control, right? So the primary purpose of a governor for a hydroelectric unit is to control the speed and loading of the unit. And it accomplishes this by controlling the flow of water through the turbine. As we already know that the turbine moves with the force and momentum and gravity of the water, which is being sent from the high head through the penstock towards the turbine, and the turbine moves, and turbine is the movement of turbine creates the rotation of the turbine, and rotation of turbine creates mechanical energy, and this mechanical energy in turn has been given to the generator also, as the shaft of turbine and generator are connected. So the rotation of generator, that is synchronous generator or alternator, creates the electricity by converting the mechanical energy into electrical energy. So the governor system is the main controller of hydraulic turbine, and the governor varies the water flow through the turbine to control its speed and power output, and generating unit speed and system frequency may be adjusted by the governor. Right. So governing system as per IEEE standard 75 includes the following: number 1, speed sensing elements; number 2, governor control actuators; number 3, hydraulic pressure supply system; and number 4, turbine controls of the motor. And these will study in detail in next lectures. And this is the governing system, and this is the particular block diagram of governing system. Here we are having water container, then turbine, then generator, then system load, frequency monitoring unit, decision circuit for valve control, this motor, and this one. Right, the system frequency can be maintained constant by eliminating the mismatch between generator and the load. The governor is to receive the frequency signal from the output of generator, and then it is compared with the standard frequency signal, and the decision circuit for valve control make a decision that how much opening of valve is needed for the speed of the turbine. Right, from these results, governor output signal coming out to control the volume of water and the entrance of the turbine. So here we are having water container where we can store water, right? And here is the flow of water coming from, and the valve is regulating the speed, and the flow of water or speed of water moves the turbine. The turbine is connected to the generator, and generator creates appropriate electricity, and it has been fed to the grid, right? But before that, we are having a frequency monitoring unit also. So frequency monitoring unit will sense the generator's frequency, will measure. Then it has given signal to decision circuit for valve control, right? Decision circuit, what it will do, it will compare the frequency signal from the output of generator to the, and compare it with the standard frequency signal, and as per the frequency mismatch, this motor helps this valve to control the flow of water. Why so? We all already know the formula. You already might have the formula. I am writing on it. We have frequency is equals to PNS upon 120, right? PN upon 120. The formula you have been studied in machines also. Here F is frequency, P is number of poles of generator, and N is synchronous speed of generator. So frequency directly depends on the speed of generator, right? And number of poles. So number of poles are fixed, but this speed of turbine or speed of generator can be regulated through this valve, right? So if we have to maintain the frequency or alter the frequency, we can change it by doing the changes in the speed of turbine, right? Speed of turbine or speed of generator. So this is the formula here, and by the help of this formula, we can make it instrumental, and we can make the governing system instrumental, right? So let's move to the next slide. Here we are having the detailed governing system of hydroelectric turbine, and here we are having the here this much of part, like this much of part contains the governor, right? And here is the rest of the assembly. Like the rest of the assembly is having like this turbine is here, and this flow of water is coming from here. Just a minute, I'll annotate it and I'll draw it here. Right. So this water flow is coming here to the turbine, and the turbine is moving, and the speed signal of generator has been measured here by the help of this unit, and this in turn will, this rotation has been transferred to the generator, and generator will convert mechanical energy into electrical energy and further feed it to the load or grid, and by in the path from feeding this power generated from up to the load, we are having line breakers, transformers, generator breakers, etc. And here some amount of electricity has been given to the plant also to compensate its load. Now this speed signal or generator signal has been sent to the speed sensing unit, and by the help of transformer also here we are having it given it in the two manners. And then this speed sensing is here we are having a tachometer arrangement also, which also senses the electricity or speed, right? Speed of the turbine, and we are having the other supervisory control also with this control unit, and according to the adjustment with the help of droop joint control, we can set control points here. Now this is the pilot servometer or hydraulic transducer. We sense it and try to act accordingly to control the speed of turbine according to the need. And this is the hydraulic amplifier servomotor, which helps to flow the water from here to here. And this is the flow control wicket gates for the needle. Flow control gates are here, for the controlling the speed of turbine. So this is all about the governing system of hydro turbine, and mainly governing system is to control all the speed of turbine, right? So this is all about the hydro turbine governing system. And as far as primary function of hydraulic turbine governor are concerned, so it is used to start, maintain and adjust unit speed for synchronizing with the running units on grids. And it is used to maintain the system frequency after synchronization by adjusting the turbine output to the load changes. It is there to share load changes with the other units in a planned manner in response to the frequency error. Then it is used to adjust the output of the unit in response to the operator or the other supervisory command. Supervisory command has been given by SCADA system also. And to perform the normal shutdown or emergency overspeed shutdown for the protection. So this is these are the primary functions of the governing system of hydro turbine. There are a few other points also. Governing system or governor is the main controller of hydro turbine. The governor varies the water flow through the turbine to control its speed of power output, and generating unit speed and system frequency may be adjusted by the governor. So these are the primary point for the governor system. Then let's see the thought of the day. The key to success is to focus on goal, not on obstacles. So check your focus. Where is your focus? Whether it is on goal or on the obstacle in between, right? So this is all about for today's class. Thank you.